You were only trying to send a normal text. It was supposed to say, sounds good, 2 words, a small digital nod, then you read it back and realized it had somehow developed a tone. Now sounds good with a period feels too cold. Sounds good with an exclamation feels too excited. Sounds good LOL feels, for some reason, like you are laughing at a calendar invite. The draft spiral has started and the message was probably fine 3 versions ago. Then you send it because eventually a person has to rejoin society. Immediately the text looks different, not because it changed, because now it belongs to the world. You reread it from the other person's point of view. Opening statements have begun. The phone is not helping. The phone is just sitting there preserving the evidence. At first you try to act casual. You put the phone down with the confidence of someone who is absolutely about to pick it back up. Then the screen lights up. 3 dots appear. The Three-Dot Mirage has entered the room. They are typing. Then they are not. Then they are typing again like a developing situation. Then the dots disappear. Nothing arrives. You do not panic because you are a balanced person with hobbies. You simply keep the phone nearby, face up. Volume on, screen visible, emotionally within reach. This is not waiting. Technically yes, emotionally no. The phone has become a tiny witness. It saw something happen and now it refuses to testify. Then it happens, read one tiny word, one small timestamp. Suddenly read receipt court is in session. You are not mad, you are just noticing facts. The message was read at 2:14. It is now 2:21. 7 minutes is not a long time in the real world. In texting time, 7 minutes is enough for 3 theories. They are busy, they are mad, or they dropped their phone into a lake and decided to start over. So naturally, you walk to the kitchen. You open the fridge like the answer might be in there. Eventually, a reply appears. That should solve the problem. It does not, because the reply is K, just one letter and a period, arriving like a tiny weather event. Dry text, weather moves in fast. The room changes temperature. You reread the K to see if it gets warmer the second time. It does not. That period is wearing a coat. A short reply can be completely innocent. Someone might be busy, someone might be driving, someone might just type like that, but the phone does not show context. It only shows case, so now you are comparing it to older messages like a detective with a very boring case file. Yesterday they sent 3 exclamation points. Today they sent 1 letter and a period. A cold front has apparently moved through your group chat. So you adjust, you become careful. A normal sentence no longer feels safe on its own. Can you send that today? Sounds too direct. Add LOL and now it has a little helmet. The LOL insurance clause appears whenever a message needs emotional padding. No worries means there are worries. Haha means this was not a joke, but please treat it like one. A smiley face is sometimes less of an emotion and more of a tiny legal disclaimer. Then there is message length. One text feels too blunt, a paragraph feels like a municipal notice, so you send 3 small messages because apparently breaking one thought into pieces makes it more emotionally breathable. First, hey, then quick question, then not urgent. It is urgent, not in the real world, just in the tiny room where your brain is holding a meeting. Eventually, the dangerous thought appears. Maybe you should send another text, nothing wild, just a little follow-up, a harmless second rectangle, but the double text threshold makes the send button look different. Now the question is not, should I say this? The question is, what kind of person sends this after only 12 minutes? You type it, you delete it, you type all good either way. You delete that too. Somehow that sounds like you're standing outside their house in the rain. At this point, some people bring in a friend. You send a screenshot and ask, is this weird? The friend says, no, that should end it. It does not. Because now you need to know if no means no or if no means they did not read the whole screenshot. The phone has successfully created a second phone inside the first phone. And then, of course, the episode has to be fair, because you have also done the other side. Someone texts you, you see it, you think, I'll answer that in a minute. Then you answer it in your head, which feels complete to you. Unfortunately, the phone was not included. 3 days pass, now the reply needs an apology. The apology needs a tone check. Reply debt has started charging interest. You still like the person. You just accidentally placed their message in a drawer inside your brain. So now you write the comeback text. Sorry, just seeing this. Which is not always true. Sometimes you saw it. Sometimes you fully replied in your mind and moved on with your day. But sorry, just seeing this is the official uniform of reply debt. You add an exclamation mark, then remove it, then add haha. The draft spiral returns wearing a small disguise. Texting was supposed to make communication easier. And in many ways, it did. You can send a plan, a picture, an address, or one useful grocery question from across town, but it also gave silence a timestamp, punctuation a personality, and every normal person a small unpaid job in emotional interpretation. What is the most unnecessary thing you have ever added to a text so it would not sound rude? Mundane Phenomena, the unwritten laws written down. Subscribe for more.